This week's Muscle Car of the Week is super bad for a variety of different reasons. First of all, it's a 1970 Mercury Cyclone GT with the 429 Super Cobra jet engine and the 4-speed drag pack option. So that all by itself makes it a pretty rare car, one of 73 made, and also a potent performer that's a ton of fun to drive. But the other reason why this particular car is so cool is that it's not supposed to even be here today. This is a factory for basic design exercise to kind of figure out what the car is supposed to be. If it passes the concept stage, it goes into what's called a mule or an engineering mule. And in the mule stage, they build a running car. It's all hand built, and they test certain things like the feasibility of the suspension and engine and driveline and things like that. If the company still wants to go forward after the mule stage, it goes into what's called a prototype. And a prototype is another kind of hand-built version that's designed to see what it would take to mass produce the car. If they find it still viable as a prototype, they fire up the assembly lines, and then they make the test and pilot cars. And these are cars that kind of evaluate if the assembly line is working properly, to make sure that all the pieces go on the proper way. They work out fitment, and they work out little details for the assembly process. And after the pilot cars come the actual production versions. This particular car is a pilot car, which meant it was one of the pre-production versions. But it's interesting because this is kind of like, the pre-production drag race car. They made it with the 429 Super Cobra jet engine, 375 horsepower. It's got the ram air cleaner with the functional flapper door and the ram air hood. This hood also has the 4-speed transmission. It's got the 430-to-1 rear gear, which all kind of comes together to make the Super Cobra jet, which has the drag pack option. The Cobra jet by itself was the 429 pilot phase. And then I can also see why this car was spared. I mean, who would want to crush such an animal? And the Cyclones themselves had a variety of different models in 1970. You get a regular Cyclone, a regular Cyclone GT, or of course the spoiler. And the spoiler was kind of the rarest of the breed. Great shape, and the solid lifter 11.3-to-1 compression 429 sounds super bad when you turn the key. There's a few other elements that make up a 429 Super Cobra jet. The cylinder block has a 4-bolt main, the rim blow horn function, minimal gauges. There's a tack strapped on the steering column, power disc brakes, power steering. Not really too many other options. There's another add-on piece, a speaker control switch under the dash, which is kind of neat, AM radio. But then you've got a Hurst shifted 4-speed and the console to row through the gears. And with that 430 rear axle and drag pack, you're doing a lot of shifting in this car. So if you went to your Lincoln Mercury dealer in 1970, it was interesting who they were marketing to. They were called the man's car at that point, and they had time. But in 1970, who used the password? A password was something that was spoken and not typed into a computer. So, I don't know, you walk up to your Mercury dealer and say Cyclone, and they hand you a box of action, or they hand you the keys to this car. One of the ads I thought was interesting is that they were selling this car to people that were on one side of age 30 for certain reasons, and they were selling the same car to people that were on the other side of age 30. I don't know why age 30 was the dividing line. But I'll tell you what, in the Brothers collection, there's a lot of neat cars, but this one appeals to people of